Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today's video is going to be a review and first impressions video on Drew Barrymore's new makeup line called Flower, and it's available exclusively at Walmart. If you don't have a Walmart near you, you can check it out on flowerbeauty.com or walmart.com. Luckily for me that the Walmart that I went to had the entire line available, so I was really excited about that, from the nail polishes to the normal cosmetics. So one more detail about the product line before I go ahead and get into clips of me applying it and swatches. All of the products say that they never test on animals, and all of the products are proudly made in the USA. If you are curious about what's all included in the line, definitely check out flowerbeauty.com. For right now, I only have 4 products to show you, 2 face products and 2 lip products. There were 2 different kinds of foundations available, a stick foundation and a liquid foundation. However, I feel like stick foundations are way too heavy on my skin, so I went with the liquid. The shade that I picked for myself is LF5, and they had a pretty good shade variety. I should have counted, but I didn't, fail on my part. However, it does retail for $13.98. It looks just like this, and it comes with a pump. So now I'm going to go ahead and insert the clip of me applying the foundation. Okay, so for all the people that really enjoy being mean on YouTube, basically you've hit the mother load on this one because my skin is awful. This is about as bad as it has ever been. I don't know what's going on or what I used that made it break out, so now I'm kind of like trying to go through and figure out what it is. But as you can see, I have some major breaking outage right here. I have stuff right here, and I just have really bad dark circles, which pretty much never really happens to me. Not the pimples, I do get those, but as for under eye circles, I don't know. I feel like that is sometimes kind of hereditary, and I just normally don't have that, so I guess it's just allergies and a lack of sleep right now. Anyways, moving on, I went ahead and brought 3 different tools to kind of like apply the foundation. Well, I guess technically 2 because one of them is my hands. I was going to try section with my hands, then I just have a synthetic round top brush I was going to try out, and then just my beauty blender, just to see which application kind of gave the most flawless finish. I'm going to go ahead and apply the foundation now. All I have on my face right now is moisturizer. I really haven't been messing with primer much lately just because my face has been breaking out, so I feel like this is still a true test because I haven't been using primers with my other foundations lately. I'm in the shade LF5. I actually took a picture of the whole display, so I'll go ahead and list how many shades there were because I don't remember off the top of my head. Like many of the other packaging, there is some rose gold detailing, which I think is so cute. So you just pop off the lid and it has a pump, which that already wins me over. I love that just because with drugstore foundations, I feel like it's really hard to find one with a pump. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply, I think just that was like a pump and a half. Go ahead and start with my right cheek first, and I think the first one I'm just gonna use my hand. So I'm gonna just dot some on my finger and apply some here. So just to show you right here, that is kind of the consistency. It isn't as runny as, let's say, Color Stay, but I don't know, we'll see how the finish is. Okay, so as I'm blending this out, I can already tell that I'm liking the coverage and that it does blend easier than Revlon Color Stay. So if that's a drugstore foundation you use, it's definitely more blendable than that. But it's thicker than a L'Oreal True Match. It did kind of cover some of the redness, but it's still peeking through, so I'd say medium coverage, but it's definitely buildable. Now I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender on my left cheek and see how this goes. If you're not familiar with a beauty blender, basically it kind of gives you more of an airbrush finish, but it's a really light application. So I think using your hands, you do get more coverage. I feel like the beauty blender almost takes away some of the luminosity from it. I don't know if you can see on this side, but there's more of like a sheen, whereas this side there isn't. That pump and a half definitely went a long way because I still have product left on my hand. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this just on the areas where I'm really having trouble. So as you can see, it's definitely a medium coverage foundation, but I would say that it's for sure buildable to full coverage. So you know how Revlon Color Stay kind of gives you that immediate full coverage? This doesn't do that, but I feel like if you just added a bit more on places, you could easily get full coverage. I really like the luminosity that the foundation gives off, so I just went in with a super light dusting of the Laura Mercier Universal Translucent Setting Powder, and I kind of skipped over on my cheeks just because I already know I'm going to be adding some blush and bronzer on that. So as you saw from the clip, the foundation does offer a medium to full coverage foundation, but it does kind of have a luminosity to it or a glow factor. So if you don't like that, or if you have really oily skin, it may not be for you. I have combination oily, and so far I'm liking it. Currently it's 2 o'clock. I'm not going to do multiple clips throughout the day, but I will do one clip towards the end of the day just to show you how the foundation lasted throughout the day. The next product I picked up is the Ready Set Glow Blush and Bronzer Duo. Mine is in Shimmering Goddess. This was the only duo that offered both a matte blush and a matte bronzer. And these retail for $9.98. There were also cream blushes available, but I didn't notice any highlighters whatsoever in the line. Here's a clip of me applying this product. This is the Ready Set Glow Blush and Bronzer Duo. I picked mine up in BD3 Shimmering Goddess. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the bronzer first, and this is just the Sigma Large Powder F30. Okay, so it's definitely pigmented. I probably could have gone a little bit more light-handed with that, so you really only need a tiny bit of product on that brush. Okay, so there's the bronzer. I really like that the pigmentation in this bronzer is a true kind of bronzy brown rather than orange, so it's not leaving you looking like an Oompa Loompa or anything. Now I'm gonna go in and use the blush. Once again, it looks pretty darn pigmented. Okay, so here is the foundation, blush, and bronzer. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my eye makeup and come back and do the lips for you guys. I can already tell you that this is gonna be a product that I'm really gonna enjoy. I love the pigmentation of both products and I really like how they blend out. So both the foundation and the blush and bronzer duo kind of have white packaging with really cute gold accents. I don't know, it's just a nice little touch. Also, rather than like a clip that kind of pops open and closed, it has a magnetic closure. So I feel like if it was in your makeup bag, you wouldn't have to worry about something snapping off and breaking. It also has a really nice weight to it. I'm really a huge fan of shimmery bronzers. That is why I chose this one, because it was a full-on matte bronzer. However, after trying this blush, I'm really curious to see what the other blushes look like, just because they offered really nice kind of pinky colors and plummy colors that had shimmers in it. So I'm all for shimmery blushes, but not so much bronzers. Now, just to show you how pigmented these are, I just want to do a quick swatch. There's that on my fingers. You can tell that it's incredibly intense. And there it is swatched on my hand. Next, I picked up the Line and Shine Lip Liner in Cherry Red. These retail for $6.98. One thing that was kind of strange to me about this packaging, only because I'm a total weirdo when it comes to packaging and I love it, is that the font on this is silver. I figured they would kind of stick all the way throughout and follow the rose gold trend. So now onto the clip of this. Alright, now that I have a light wash of color in my eyelids and some mascara and look a little bit more normal, we can go ahead and finish my lips. This is the Line and Shine Lip Liner in Cherry Red LP4. The packaging of this was kind of, I don't know, lame and cheesy. The packaging of these aren't really as fun. I felt like all the other ones had cute rose gold accents. This one doesn't at all. It's just a white liner pencil with a little red end cap. Here is the lip liner. Just a typical retractable liner. I honestly don't wear liners that often. I don't know, I don't really have a problem with lipsticks feathering on me, but I figured I would go ahead and purchase this since I did do such a bold lipstick choice. So here we go with this. So the lip liner does glide on really easily. I'm so trying not to look at the viewfinder because this just looks ridiculous. I feel like with some lip liners, they're really dry and they tug at your lips, kind of like the NYX lip liners. The pigmentation on those are awesome, but I feel like they're really dry. This definitely glides on a lot easier than that, but it isn't wet to where it just like slicks right off. So now onto the top lip. I also forgot to tell you guys that on the packaging it is marketed as water resistant and smudge proof, so we'll see how that is. So I did put a swatch here on my hand so we can go in and smudge at it, but I feel like we should at least give it 20 seconds to be fair. So while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna go in with the lipstick. So the last product I picked up is a luxury lipstick in Rosebud, and this retails for $6.98 as well. So there were two different kinds of packaging when it came to this, a black and then the white. Both had rose gold detailing. I'm thinking the white had something to do with sleek and shine, and then I cannot figure out the scent. It's not an off-putting scent, but it's not really like a pleasant scent either. Okay, so here's a red, and I actually really like it. It's not too blue and it's not too orange either. It really is kind of like the perfect red, and it's not a luster and it's not really a true matte either. Obviously it's only been on for a couple seconds, but when I rub my lips, it doesn't have like a gross gritty or dry texture. It's actually really smooth. And on my lips now, I'm kind of smelling more of a vanilla scent rather than, I don't know, in here it almost smells like This is gonna sound so weird, but it kind of smells like a bag of balloons or something. Like, you know, at a birthday party when you blow up balloons, it kind of has that scent. It's weird. So now let's go ahead and see what this lip liner does. Okay, so I'm pushing really hard. It does slightly smudge, but okay, this is gross, but whatever. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it's coming off with my saliva, aka water. Okay, so it's the end of the day. I've had this foundation on for 8 hours and 10 minutes. So it's definitely held up. This is without touching it up. Whoa, that door just like opened. I know this lighting's bad, but I am ready to export all of this and have it done. My skin is a little shiny, especially like on my T-zone, but I feel like that's typical for any foundation. But I will say I think it looks pretty darn good considering I haven't touched it up whatsoever. The lipstick lasted, I took it off at the 4-hour point just because it had thinned out a little bit. The pigmentation was still like full on vibrant red, but it took about 4 hours for my lips to start to feel a little bit drier. They didn't feel dry when I just had my mouth like still, I guess, but if I rubbed my lips together, I could definitely feel like kind of that friction where it almost like felt chapped and hurt a little bit. So I would definitely recommend reapplying that, but without having to touch up the lipstick or liner or anything. It probably would have gone 2 more hours, but it was just getting uncomfortable for me, so I took it off. If I were to have added gloss on top or a little bit more lipstick, I probably would have been fine all day. But yeah, as for the foundation, like I said, keep in mind also for these little marks here, I didn't add any concealer on top of those blemishes. The bronzer's still there. The blush definitely faded, I would say. That would probably be something you need to touch up. But for day 1 of wearing the foundation, I'm definitely impressed with the coverage and the lasting power of the foundation. So tomorrow I think I'm gonna try like powdering my face tomorrow and see how long it really lasts. I feel like going 8 hours without any touch-ups is definitely pretty darn awesome. So if you guys are thinking about picking up any of these products from the line, I hope the application clips kind of helped you sway your decision one way or the other. Honestly, I will say with the 4 products that I picked up, I'm really happy with. I definitely will be picking up more of the lipsticks. Another product that I'm really curious about is the mascara and the cream eyeshadow. So if any of you guys have tried any of those, feel free to leave a video response down below. I'd love to see it. Review or first impression videos are something that you guys like. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up so I know. And of course, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.